Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at Teslas and thought that, hey, those are pretty good looking cars, but there's something off with the design, but I just can't seem to put my finger on what it is? Well, you're not alone. This is a common issue with a lot of people when they see Tesla cars, and there is a reason for that. And in this video today, I'm gonna show you why that is, and then we're gonna take the new Model Y and turn it into a car that our brain can be a little bit more comfortable with. First of all, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Sketch Monkey, and here we have the Model X and the Model 3, and Rosie right here in my lap as usual. So the reason why the Teslas kind of look a bit odd is because of the rear shape of it, and they are fully electric. So our brain is not really used to seeing fully EV vehicles, I mean electric vehicles out on the road yet. So, and Tesla is taking advantage of the benefits of them being fully electric, and they do that by increasing the volume of the greenhouse. And this is called the greenhouse right here, where the occupants sit. So if you don't imagine this, you don't have an engine in this. There is no motor. There are motors, of course, electrical, but there is no engine that you need to put anywhere in the car. So you don't have an engine back here. You don't need an engine in the rear. A rear engine SUV would be pretty cool, but since you don't need it here, that means that Tesla, when they design these cars, they can extend the greenhouse as far as they like. And when they do that, that means that the C-pillar, which is this pillar right here, from the midpoint down here, is going to stretch all the way back to the rear lights, and that's going to give it this hunchback look. It kind of looks a bit odd, but when I first saw the Model X, I didn't like it that much, but it's really grown on me now, especially when I see it in black with these 21-inch wheels. It looks really good. And the thing is, since they don't have an engine back here or up there or back here, they only have the large battery pack in the bottom. That means that they if they wanted, they could extend the greenhouse all the way to here. So they could have this A-pillar tilt all the way down here. This is really interesting when it comes to the future of car design, because electric vehicles, they're gonna give designers so much more opportunity to create different styles of vehicles and really use the space inside of the car instead of having to think of the motor, the engine having its place somewhere in the package. Same thing with the Model 3 here. We have the same issue, if you want to call it that, but they could have done the same thing here. If they wanted, they can extend the A-pillar, which is this pillar right here. This is the A-pillar. If they wanted, they could extend this endpoint and have it go all the way here. But I think if they would have done that, that would have been such an outlandish design and kind of ahead of its time that people would not accept that design. So they kind of went a little bit, safer. They played it a little bit safer and still tried to make it look like a normal car, which could possibly have a 2-cylinder or something in front there, but this too has the battery pack in the bottom, and all of this space up here, the designers can pretty much do whatever they want with. So basically, the reason why the Teslas look like they do is because of practical reasons. You get more headroom in the back, more boot space, and also you have a second boot in the front. This start of the A-pillar, that will always give away where the engine is in a car, and I'm going to show you what I mean right now. Say for example that we have a Lambo, which we all know have the engine back here. That means that they have to stretch the A-pillar so that it almost ends right above the front wheel. And this looks normal right now, but when you look at this and compare it to a regular car, it looks very weird, and especially if you compare it with a front-engine sports car. If we take the Mercedes SLS, for example, right here, you can see the difference of where the A-pillar stops. The A-pillar stops right here, which is almost, I think it's in the middle of the car, compared to the Lambo, which needs the engine in the back, so you need everything to be pushed forward, and you have the A-pillar stopping at this point right here. And the Mercedes, of course, needs a big engine in the front, so that means that everything has to be pushed back. And Tesla, of course, they don't have any of these issues, and that's why the A-pillar can still go all the way up here, and you can have the C-pillar stretch back as far as you want. Now, the Model Y was recently introduced, and just to give myself some peace of mind, I'm going to redesign it now with one single change that's going to change the entire proportions of the car and remove this weirdness about the rear. And I'm going to show you how we do that right now. Okay, here it is, the Tesla Model Y. What do you think of it? Do you like it or do you hate it? Me? I don't know yet. I have to see it in real life first. One thing I've learned over time is that cars can look very different on photos, and then when you see them in real life, they can be completely different. And cars that I've hated in real life, for example, the video I did a while ago, the Silverado, I didn't like it on photos. It looked super weird, like it has a big, but then when I saw it out in real life, it looked really cool. So I don't know yet, but let me know in the comments below what you think about this Model Y. What I'm doing right here is to just make the lines a little bit more pronounced, kind of like the Model 3 has more pronounced lines, and I like that because it's all about brand identity, the little things or styling features that you actually are allowed to get away with in today's car world. Just make them more pronounced. Now we're getting into the magic of proportions. This is the magic of proportions right here. Gonna show you this tiny little change that I'm doing right now, and it's such a tiny change, but it's such a huge difference when it comes to end result and the way we see this car. Just redesigning the C-pillar right now because we have to have the window, the top of the window obviously need to follow the roofline, otherwise it's gonna look super weird and we don't want that. Also erasing the boot lid, so yes, you're not able to open the boot. It's crazy, I know, but I just don't care about stuff like that. I care about styling. You can comment below that where's the boot lid, you can't open the boot. I know. I'm just gonna say no. You can't open the boot. I just deleted that feature on the Model Y. By the way, I've gotten a few questions about how you can do this kind of redesigns in on your computer in Photoshop. So obviously I'm using Photoshop and I'm using a tablet, and I'm just sketching over an existing photo to create the designs that I want. I'll be happy to make a tutorial on it if there's enough interest for it. So if you want that, comment below. If you see a comment with it, like that comment so I know that this is maybe something that I can make a video on. I'd love to help out. I'd love to see more cool designs from other people. It's always fun to see what the vision of other people is. So yeah, comment below if this is something that you would like to learn how to do, and I'll make a video on that. Now, for the wheels, I wanted to keep it classy, have those some sort of turbine looking wheels as they do have on the Model X. I love those wheels, but I didn't want to copy them straight up, so I just found some wheels that I liked. I think it suits the car, especially with the white pinstripe or outline of the rim. It goes well with the white car in general. So that's why I picked those wheels. And right here, let's just talk about the change that we did. I call it the dip. And the dip is right there. And that little dip there, instead of having it a continuous curve going from the A-pillar all the way over the greenhouse and to the boot, I created this dip that changes direction right before it hits the end of the car, the rear, the boot. So before it goes down to the boot, it goes slightly back up, and that creates this vision or this illusion that it is more of a regular looking car. And also Tesla have this design feature that they keep the glass area really big because of that's also all of their designs are for practical reason, obviously. So they want to keep large windows and stuff like that so you can see out, of course. And that's about it for this video. Some Photoshop magic to create the Model Y and have it look like a almost like a sedan. It's a hatch sedan, I guess I would call it. What do you think? Which version do you like? I like both. As I said, I need to see the Model Y in real life. I like the Model X, so I should like the Model Y, but sometimes when you shrink down a car, it kind of messes up the proportions a lot. A good example of this is the CLS Mercedes Coupe, and then you have the CLA, which is just a shrunken down version of that. And when they did that the first time, the proportion was just messed up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm the Sketch Monkey. If you like it, if you like this stuff, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you watching the videos. I have a lot of these videos. You can browse around, have some fun. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Keep sketching. Have some fun in Photoshop or just pen and paper, whatever. As long as you keep sketching, everything is all good. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.